Thank you for clicking this video. This is Battle with Ola. My name is Mujola Olua, and in this short video I want to talk about opening and closing a criminal trial. Usually you'd read on blogs and news sites when they say that the prosecution has closed its case or the prosecution has opened its case in one matter or the other, a criminal matter now. So I just want to address what it means, because I came across something online which suggests that some people think otherwise when they read that the prosecution has closed its case. Now, to open a case, a criminal trial, you open the trial by calling the prosecution witness 1, PW1. I've talked about this in several criminal litigation videos, and I have a criminal prosecution playlist on the channel. Please watch those videos for you to get a comprehensive understanding of what criminal trial or prosecution is about in Nigeria. So when the case has been opened, it means that the prosecution has called its first witness. The prosecution is the state, and because the state is the person that files a criminal matter, that brings a criminal matter to court, the state has to open its case first, and that is done by calling PW1, prosecution witness 1. It could be the nominal complainant, that's the victim of the crime. It could be the IPO, that's the investigating police officer that investigated the matter, or it could be any other witness as the prosecution deems fit. But a criminal trial is opened when the prosecution calls its first witness. Before that, of course, there will be arraignment. Arraignment is when you take the plea of the accused persons or the defendants. I've done a video on arraignment. Please watch it, check it out on the channel. So that's what it means when we say that the prosecution has opened its case. Now, what does it mean when we say that the prosecution has closed its case? It means that for that particular case, the prosecution has called all the witnesses that they want to call and tendered all the evidence that they want to tender. So they are passing the baiting to the defense to open their own case. It doesn't mean that the case has ended or that the accused person or suspect or defendant now at court stage has been let go. No. So when you read that the prosecution has closed its case in a matter, it doesn't mean that the case has died a natural death or an unnatural death, and it doesn't mean that the state is no longer interested, or that the trial has been compromised, or that the accused person, the defendant, has been let go free of charge, scot-free. No. It just means that the prosecution, that is the state, has tendered all the evidence they want to tender in that matter, and they have called all the witnesses that they want to call in that matter. And now the ball is in the court of the defense to open their own case by calling their defense witness 1, DW1. So for the prosecution, they can call as many witnesses as possible. So once you say PW1, prosecution witness 1, it could be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then defense, then they close their case, and the defense opens its case with DW1. They can call DW1, DW2, 3, 4, 5 as much as possible, and then when they close their own case too, it means that they've called their last witness and they've tendered all the evidence they want to tender, whether documentary or not, or oral, in the matter. Then the defense closes its own case too, and then the case is adjourned for adoption of written address. Now, both parties have 21 days according to the court rules to file their written address. It could be counted, concurrently or differently. So 42 days if different, or it could be counted together, but usually the court will give them those 42 days so that they can come back to adopt the written address after they have filed it. So the case is usually adjourned after both parties have closed their cases. The matter is adjourned for adoption of written address. I've talked about how to adopt a written address on this channel. I've talked about civil, I've talked about criminal. I even recorded a court proceeding where I adopted a criminal written address, and it's on the channel. Please watch those videos. So that's what it means. Next time when you see it in the news, on the blogs, and they say that the prosecution has closed its case, don't misconstrue it to be or to mean that the accused person has been let go scot-free or that the case has been compromised. No, it just means that all evidence has been tendered, all witnesses have been called, and the prosecution has now formally concluded their own portion of leading evidence in the matter, or the defense, if it's the defense now, has concluded their own portion of leading evidence in the matter, and the case is now adjourned for filing of an adoption of written address, after which it is adjourned for judgment. So that's all I have for you in this video. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Please like the video if you love what you have just seen, and by all means leave me comments in the comment section. Share this video with your loved ones. I'll see you in my very next video. Toodles.